Harris, you are anti-American, you are anti-God, you are anti-good. I'm sick of not calling a spade a spade. I'm sick of pretending. Why do you vote for Kamala? Because I hate Trump. Everything you guys do is dictated by what you hate. And then if you're asked, why do you hate Trump? All of your reasons are superficial propaganda, parakeeting information. You don't have any actual circumstances or instances that you can point to say this is the hateful behavior of Trump. I don't want Trump to be my ruler either. What was supposed to happen was we were supposed to conclude that we need to elect an actual representative of people. And we didn't do that because of all the pride. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians is the expression I'm looking for. Because all of these influencers don't have any knowledge. Therefore, you get what we have now, the law of attraction abuse, where everyone is ignoring evil, pretending evil doesn't exist, the devil's greatest trick. Everyone is pretending victims don't exist. Every victim is a result of their own suffering. There's no such thing as engineered scarcity. It goes on with the dismissal, with the refusal to be the other half of goodness, which isn't compassion and forgiveness, which is to draw boundaries, to protect, to defend, to instill morality. You hear from a Kamala supporter that the economy is doing better than ever. And it's like, what? What? Media, which should be considered necessary infrastructure for any civilized society. And yet it's been allowed to, courtesy of Obama's legislation, to lie to the people. And that's exactly what they do in order to enforce narratives and agendas that belong to international interests. The only one reason America was ever great is because it wasn't compliant with international interests. You know what determines that the economy is good? It's the average price of a house and the average annual income determines. And at this point in the economy, we're worse than we were in the Great Depression. And that's the reality. And then you have these meme regurgitating parakeets lying and spreading misinformation. The root of all of this conflict is that you hate dad. You hate the other half of goodness, which is the masculine side of everything. You pray and pray for more femininity when feminine rules the energy of chaos. And we are in utter chaos. And when we finally restore order, it'll be the masculine energy that does that. That's right. You reject that aspect of God. You mock that aspect of God. You pretend you don't need it. The alpha male in your community, in your family. Trump was just an aspect, a macro-like aspect of your own daddy issues that you haven't resolved. And so instead of seeing the good aspects of the father, the productive aspects, the efficient leadership skills of the father, instead of forgiving the father's flaws, you decided to hold a grudge for eternity. And so therefore the phrase from biblical scripture is, the father is not in you. And at this point, you're not just a problem for God, you're a problem for every fucking patriot in the country. The Democrats and the Republicans are supposed to be defending the people from violations to the constitutional rights, which are mankind's best attempt at writing God's laws on paper. And every single person, Republican or Democrat, should all agree that those are the important foundations of what made our country, our nation, our society civilized and good. But no. You guys have all pretended now that you have evolved beyond the wisdom of the Founding Fathers' documents. You have not. And yeah, I know the Founding Fathers' characters can be in question. Go ahead. But once again, if you don't apply forgiveness to the flawed father that gives you the protection, that gives you the provisions, that gives you the truth, then you're doomed.